Traders, I'm going to present several fresh ideas with you today, all of which I believe could actually make significant directional moves this week. And as always, I'm also going to provide my actionable trade plans, entry and exit targets, and share my thought process with you. But just before I do that, I wanted to discuss something important and something that I think is quite relevant after the week that we just had. You see, last week, some of the ideas experienced really good follow through and success. NVIDIA's breakout was remarkable to say the least, making it what I believe a standout opportunity so far this year. Microsoft's breakout, that was on the previous week's watch list, that also unfolded perfectly. And you can revisit and analyze those two ideas from the two most recent watch lists. I urge you to do so if you'd like to understand my thought process and study how those panned out in more detail. Now, after a fruitful week, caution is my top priority. While getting aggressive after recent successes definitely can be tempting, and in some cases and in certain markets does make sense, I've learned the importance of exercising caution. Rigorous risk management, precise entries and exits, for me, takes priority. Instead of just swinging for the fences because I might feel invincible after a good week and solid action from last week, I'm going to be ultra selective, trading only when confirmation exists and is present. My goal isn't to come into this week because I'm feeling invincible after a good week to try and beat the market or to try and teach it a lesson, but it's to respect it and to react to price action according to the plans that I've laid out. Now, anything can happen in the market, and that's why, with all of that being said, it's also so important to remain in your seat and just be ready to react and take what the market gives. So that's my mindset coming into this week. However, for this upcoming week, really, as of right now, I'm not in love with anything that I'm seeing. Definitely not to the point as I was with NVIDIA last week. So my foot isn't on the gas coming into the week, and I will be ready, with that being said, and present to make changes and adjust accordingly as the week pans out. So with all of that being said, let's go over my game plan and ideas for this week, starting with Mara and looking for a potential relief rally and bounce trade in Mara and some Bitcoin-related stocks. So with the Bitcoin ETF sell the news set up last week and the NVIDIA breakout, those are two of the top opportunities of the year so far, in my opinion. Now, of course, the Bitcoin-related opportunity, one can say that was more of momentum intraday action, but I wanted to just share my thoughts there. Now, after the run-up in anticipation of the ETF, stocks like Mara, Riot, MSTR Coin, many others have now experienced 2 days of selling, all right, sell the new setup, along with Bitcoin. But I'm not predicting what will happen here. I'm really just preparing for a scenario that I like. So if Mara, and that's going to be my trading vehicle for this idea, if it finds support on a flush lower, or if it finds support, if it reclaims VWAP, for example, if it makes consecutive higher lows, for example, on an uptick in Bitcoin, I'm going to then look for a bit of a relief rally and bounce in Mara, and I'll have a basket as well prepared with some of the other Bitcoin-related names to identify relative strength and weakness within that basket. My specific plan in Mara is I'm going to be keeping a close eye on Bitcoin. Obviously, it's highly correlated. And if Mara washes out lower off the open, say, for example, if we get a nice 1.5, 2 point washout right off of the open and it snapbacks very quickly, it reclaims intraday VWAP or even holds and makes higher lows, then I'm going to look to get long with the stop placed at the low of day or below the higher low, depending on the confirmation and the setup. Now, I should stress for my specific plan, I'm not looking for a multi-day bounce here. I'm just looking for a 1-day swing relief bounce. My target, how am I going to manage it? I'm looking for a 1 ATR as a target for this position. That's my optimal target. But with that being said, as the momentum is currently to the downside in the short term with 2 intense days of selling, I'm also going to be very actively keeping an eye on the price action and trailing my stop if and as the position works, and I'm going to be using previous high lows set below that on the 15-minute chart. And like I said, and I should stress, I'm going to be very closely watching Bitcoin stocks mostly this week. That's going to take up most of my attention. So this is definitely my main idea, and I'll adjust my plans accordingly throughout the week. But some additional names that I'm watching coming into the week, and the first one is CRGE. This is a small cap. So CRGE CRGE is a small cap stock, traded abnormal volume on Friday, and it faded off of the highs slowly into the close. So what this tells me is that potentially it has significant overhead and potentially some bag holders stuck anywhere from 26 up to the highs into 34. So within that zone, there could be some significant supply that's present. So as a result, I have some alerts set in the name. I won't be watching this actively. I'm just setting some alerts in the name here just to monitor some pops. If we push back into the 28, 30 cent region, plus minus a couple cents, and just look for some price confirmation in terms of supply entering the fray there. And if the price does confirm that supply is dominant, then I would look to get short with a tight stop against high of day, as long as I can get a precise entry, which offers me a skewed risk reward. And then I would target a move back towards kind of the after hour lows levels. And so that is what I'm looking for. CRG, again, just alerts set in that, not a main focus, but definitely something to watch out for. And then PayPal is something I'm not actually actively looking to trade this week, but what I do like in PayPal is the inverted head and shoulders pattern. So I'm just slowly monitoring this consolidation here as it nears its first potential breakout level of 62 in the short term, and then 64 higher time frame breakout level. No plan, like I said, to actively trade it this week, but I am watching this to see how it develops over the coming days and potentially weeks for a bigger picture type of a trade. Last idea is in AFRM, and with AFRM, short interest squeezes, UPST, Carvana, they've gotten crushed so far on this year. A little bit of relative weakness there relative to AFRM, but definitely seeing some further downside in them. And AFRM is consolidating now, and I think below Friday's low could potentially spark a move towards 38. Previous level of support, previous breakout zone, and I think we could potentially get a move to 38 if we take out Friday's low. So really with AFRM, again, main focus is on Bitcoin related stocks. That's where the momentum and range is right now. But with AFRM, I have some alerts set in case we do take out Friday's low. If we take out Friday's low, one way that I might look to enter is if it confirms and we actually hold below that low, we remain weak on the day and it seems heavy to me. Then I'm not going to chase lows. I would look to enter on a lower high that would offer me some good risk reward. And I would then, once that confirms, place a stop just above that lower high. So having a relatively tight stop, targeting a momentum move and a potentially one-day swing towards 38. And similar as I've outlined in other ideas, I'd use the 15-minute chart as it's just a one-day swing position, 15-minute time frame to trail my stop on the recent lower highs. And so those are my top ideas for this week. Bitcoin-related names and action will be my main focus. And let me know what you guys are focused on. If there are any names I missed out, anything you think I should be watching, any good setups that you like, I'd love to hear. Post those in the comments. And I'm wishing you all a great week. Good luck, and I'll see you next week.
So you're an active trader, not doing as well as you want, not doing as well as you deserve, and you just can't figure out why you can't become profitable no matter how hard you try. Well, let me show you why. This is your competition. The traders in this room. This room right here is full of elite traders, some of whom are making 7 and even 8 figures a year. In fact, our top guys have made nearly 20 million each in net trading profits in a single year. Let's head to my office so I can share more. So you're probably used to seeing videos of lavish trader lifestyles, trading gurus trading off of a laptop for an hour a day, heck, maybe even 15 minutes a day, and then them relaxing on some secluded beach for the rest of the day. Well, all I can tell you is that our traders train like pro athletes. They live and breathe the markets and are continually working on their trading skills. Because at our firm, that's what we found it really takes to make it in this game. I'm Mike Bellafiore, co-founder and managing partner of S&B Capital, one of the world's top proprietary trading firms located in Midtown Manhattan. And we're always looking for trading talent to hire and develop. And not just to trade in-house on our desk, but also to trade from their own home, entirely using our firm's capital. And we have numerous traders doing just that, allowing them to make upwards of 7 figures trading the firm's capital without risking their own money. But to even get a shot at something like that, you need to have the right training. That's why we're doing a new free online presentation in which we share how you can get an interview with S&B to become an in-house or remote trader, trading firm capital without risking yours and gaining access to all of our firm's coaching and resources. And the best part? You don't have to be a profitable trader yet. In fact, we prefer to mold profitable traders with our methods and our techniques. That's why we have just 3 simple criteria that can earn anyone an interview. We're looking for highly ambitious and determined traders who fit our culture first and foremost. So if you believe that could be you, sign up for the free 1-hour online presentation by clicking the link that's in your top right corner of your screen now.